So I was accidentally bleaching my skin for about a month. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Miriam and thank you so much for clicking on my video. So today we're going to be talking about my skincare journey, my transformation, how I came from having a super dry, flaky, almost stiff skin type to having a more healthy, hydrated skin type. We're actually just gonna jump right into the video. I first want to talk about my experience back when I was in high school because I think that's kind of where like my acne started. So when I was around, let's say in 10th grade, I had a lot of acne around my cheeks and also on my forehead. You can actually still kind of see the dark spots in my cheeks and on my forehead because it was so bad. And at the time I was using Neutrogena, some kind of orange face wash. I'm going to actually drop a picture right here to show you guys what product I was previously using. And I used that for about, I would say 2 to 3 years. And it was just really bad. Every time I would use it, my skin would just act up. I think I just reacted badly to it. Like I just think my skin didn't like it. But I actually switched to a different soap, which I'm currently still using. And I will talk about that soap in a little bit. Moving forward to when I was a sophomore in college, I decided to get a spin brush because, you know, I was like, I still have acne, like let me try to like kind of get rid of it. So I was using the most harsh bristle in the package to get rid of all of the acne that I had, which is like a huge no-no because it left my skin feeling super raw and just like broken down. At the time I was, like I said, I was using the soap that I switched over to, but also I was trying to get rid of my dark spots because I had a lot of dark spots and still kind of do. They're just fading a little bit more. So I was trying to get rid of my dark spots, and so I decided to get this product that was gonna lift, I guess, the darkness of the dark spots. I would say maybe like a month into me using it, one of my friends, Maimuna, shout out to Maimuna, she was like, "Ma'am, are you bleaching?" And I'm like, what? Like, first of all, don't disrespect me, number one. Like, she was telling me like, "Oh, ma'am, are you bleaching?" And I was like, sis, no, like what? So I decided to go back to the drawing board to figure out what was I using that would cause her to think that. Turns out the cream that I was using to lift my dark spots was actually bleaching my skin. So I was accidentally bleaching my skin for about a month. Look, like I know the way that that sounds, but I promise it was by accident. Like, I can't even think about that. Like I really bleached my skin by accident. Like how does that even sound? But actually before I continue the story, I want to insert a picture of what I used to look like as a child, so you guys can see the fact that my skin tone right now is natural. So here's a picture of what I used to look like when I was like around 3 or 4. I don't even know how old. I was just younger in this picture. You guys can see that I was still brown. Anyways, so moving forward, I decided to take away that serum that I was using that was bleaching my skin. So I got rid of that and I just continued to use the spin brush and soap for a little while. And at the time, I just thought that would work. And I was still getting a little bit of acne here and there, but it wasn't as bad as it used to be. So last year on my birthday, I went to get a full body massage and a facial. My esthetician was asking me like before my facial, like, oh, what's your skincare routine? Like, what are you doing on a daily basis? So I'm telling her, I'm like, oh yeah, I use this soap. And she's like, okay, what do you use for your moisturizer? And I'm like, oh, Jergens body lotion. And she like literally stops the session. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, like, she's like, did you say body lotion? And I was like, yeah. She's like, was literally like at a loss for words. Cause she's like, I just don't understand like how, like, why would you use body lotion on your face? Like, it really doesn't even make sense. But look, I love Jergens and at the time it was working for me. So I just kept with it, but I don't have anything to say about that. You know what? I'm gonna own it. I was using Jergens body lotion. That's none of your business, okay? She finished my facial and everything. She was like, your skin is extremely dehydrated. And you need to, one, change your moisturizer to an actual face lotion, but also get SPF in the face lotion because it seems like the sun loves you. And basically she's trying to tell me like my face is like sunburnt, whatever, that's cool. She was telling me I needed some kind of face moisturizer that has SPF in it, as well as finding some kind of serum that has hyaluronic acid. I've always had dry skin, so I just kind of thought, like, since I was younger, like, I always had dry skin, so I kind of thought, like, okay, that's just me. And I did thought, like, that's just something I can't change. So I would say I went to the esthetician in August of 2019. I ended up getting the product, the product that I'm going to reference in a second. I got that product September of 2019, so a month after my birthday. And I took my after picture that I'm going to link in here. February 2020. So this was this year. So right here, I'm gonna link in a picture of what I used to look like back in August. My face was super dry. You can see that like, it's like almost feels like it's super tight, flaky, just like, how can you even smile in this picture? Like honestly, it was so bad. So that's what I used to look like before, and I used to just like pound on the Jergens body lotion because I thought like maybe I'm just not using enough. Like I used to literally put on so much, so it's just so my face could feel moisturized. So this is the before picture. This is the after picture after I got my Neutrogena products, after I listened to the esthetician. This was February of 2020, when I changed my entire skincare routine to reflect what it is today. So you guys can see the difference in these two photos here. It's a complete 180. I think like my skin looks a lot better now, and you can see now like it looks a lot better than it used to in this picture here. So now let's just jump into what my skincare routine is today. And I'm going to show you guys all of the products that I currently use and kind of go into detail of what my process is. So first I go in with the Fair and White Gold Step 1 bar soap. Bar soap is called Satin Exfoliant. It's just a bar soap, everyday bar soap. And I've used this since, like I said, I've been using this for years, and I didn't want to change that because in the past I did use that Neutrogena soap that was like horrible on my skin. And also I tried Cetaphil, but Cetaphil was just too gentle for me. I needed something that was gonna actually clean my face. So I go in with that bar soap. And remember how before when I was talking about the product that was lightening my face, it was actually the second step to this bundle. So the first step is an exfoliant, and that's all I use. I do not use anything to lighten my dark spots. I literally am just trying to do it the natural way where I just wash my face and use my toner and all that stuff. So I use this soap first. Then while my face is still wet, I will use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Serum. This has hyaluronic acid in it, and basically it's supposed to boost hydration for smooth, supple skin all day. There's not a lot of product inside here. I usually have to re-up every 2 or 3 months. I'm gonna read to you guys the first 4 ingredients. The first one is water, second is glycerin, third is dimethicone, I don't know how to pronounce that, and fourth is butadiene glycol. So the first 4, none of them have hyaluronic acid. I will say that if you wanted a serum that has like a higher percentage of hyaluronic acid, you will have to spend like $200 or $300. You know, we're not trying to do that right now. So this product has worked for me so far, and I love it. So third step would be my face lotion. So I use my Jergens face lotion, and it is called the Natural Glow. So it is a face daily moisturizer with sunscreen, and it's SPF 20 and oil free. I'm using the medium to tan skin tone. The active ingredients are avobenzone, octocylate, and octocrylene. That is my everyday routine. Now I'm gonna go into more detail about what I do on certain days. So my once every 2 week kind of skincare routine is I wash my face, again with this step 1 soap, and I use the Pixnor spin brush. And this brush I just got a new one because my old one was really old, but and it's waterproof, by the way. So I got this Pixnor spin brush. It was like $15 on Amazon, and it has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 different brushes. I would recommend using the 6th brush, which is the short soft brush, for your everyday kind of brushing. So here you can see the softest bristle that I would recommend using if you're going to choose this spin brush, and it has a 2 speed setting. And here I'm showing you guys the most harsh bristle that I was previously using. Please don't use this on your face. It will leave your face feeling super raw and just broken down. Then while it's still a little bit wet, I'll dry it a little bit with like a soft towel. I'll go in with my Witch Hazel toner, and this is okay. So this I pretty much use every night. So I lied. Like, okay, this is like a nightly thing, but for my skincare routine that I do every 2 weeks, I'll use the Witch Hazel toner before I apply anything else, and I'll explain that in a second. So I use the Witch Hazel toner and the Rose Petal aloe vera formula, and this is really nice because it actually takes away all the dirt after you finish washing your face. So I love this. It makes sure I have like a really good clean on my face. And then I'll go in with my Hydro Boost face mask, and I use this once every 2 weeks, I would say. Not that often, only when I feel like super dry and like flaky and things like that, like especially if I'm not outside in the sun. I love the sun so much. I'll use this once every 2 weeks, not really that frequent, but I'll use this from time to time. It's a Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Hydrogel face mask, and yeah, it's supposed to instantly quenches skin, deeply hydrates, leaves skin supple and hydrated. So basically exactly what the serum is doing, just on like a deeper basis. And they do have an overnight mask as well. I've never tried it, but I would like to try it. So that's something else I do. After my face is still a little bit wet, not drenched, but a little bit wet, I'll go in with the hydrating serum. And then when it's half wet, like slightly dry, when that's slightly dry, then I'll go in with the Jergens face. So when my skin feels like I'm about to get a pimple, or like I'm just feeling like my skin is like dirty, or like my pores are clogged, I'll go in with the Aztec Indian Healing Clay. It's the world's most powerful facial, and I truly believe that, because it literally feels like your face is like pulsating, and it tells you that. So if you are not hip already, this is something that you could definitely use when you're feeling a pimple coming on, and I think it literally just like extracts that 100%. So I love this mask. I don't use it that often. I would say once a month. I don't like to use something as powerful as this weekly. Lastly, I will say that you have to be able to change your pillowcases at least once a week. Any place that you're going to be laying your head needs to be clean, period. Like your face is going to be basically touching pretty much all of it. Like this hair is touching my face right now. If it was dirty, I probably would get a pimple. Like my accent pillows, like I have to make sure that these are clean as well. Like all of it has to be clean on a weekly basis for you to make sure that you know, you're not getting any kind of unnecessary dirt onto your face. I wouldn't recommend cleaning your wigs on a weekly basis, but just make sure like you're, you know, overall clean. That is pretty much my skincare routine. Like I've been saying, like I feel like the most simple kind of products that you're using is the best way to help your skin become more healthy. And I think like the more complicated your skincare routine is, the harder for you to like just kind of rejuvenate your skin if it's like in a really bad condition. So I would just recommend, like if you're looking for recommendations, I just recommend like just making your skincare routine as simple as possible. Don't try to complicate it, because you're only complicating your skin. And so yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's my skincare routine. If you guys have any questions, please don't forget to drop them in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.